event. That was what I trained on. And I'm going to just touch on it immediately before I start the awards. So I'm going to run it. This training took about an hour plus, I think an hour, 30 minutes thereabouts for the mindset reprogramming. But I'm going to run it in at least 30 minutes because, of course, like I said earlier, you did not come for the summit, so you've missed a lot already. But I'm still going to help you so that you don't miss so much. I'm just going to help you, like, touch on what I trained on. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to share with you some of the thought process I had at the beginning of my business, at the beginning of my life, that kept me small, right? And these are some of the things I'm sure a lot of you are going to relate with. Some of you are going to relate with these things. And these are some of the things that are holding some of you back, right now, holding you back from succeeding in the business. And I'm going to share some of them. Number one thing I used to have as a very terrible mindset was that I used to think that some savior was going to come and save me from my situation. And the story I told them at the summit was, I don't know how many of you that used to have this like used to pray this prayer. I used to pray that, oh my God, because of how my mom was, used to beat me, how my dad used to beat me. Some days I'll just wake up in the morning or maybe whatever time I wake up, I'll just go to the window and be looking out. I'll not be crying. Do you know what I'm praying about? I'll just be praying that my real parents will just come with their big car and just come and say, maybe they left me with my dad. They left me with my dad and my mom, and they are my real parents. So they are here to come and take me. I don't know how many of you used to have that prayer. How many of you used to pray that prayer? I don't know if I'm the only one, that my real parents will come and carry me. And they have one bastard money like this, like money that is smelling. That's the prayer I used to pray. I think when I became an adult, that's when it dawned on me that, hey, I really love my parents. So, and of course, I look like my mom. I look like my mom. I now have my dad's long face. So I cannot even deny them. Do you understand? So there was no real parents anywhere. My parents were my parents. If I was going to save myself, it was dependent on me, right? So many other things. I used to think, I also used to think like very, very early on in my life that, oh, if I marry a rich man, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying that marrying a rich man is not sweet though, right? But I'm saying that when you also have your own money, anyway, these were just the mindsets I have, right? These were the mindsets I had, that somebody was going to come and save me. But there's no savior anywhere. There's no savior anywhere except God in heaven, who has given you the power to dominate and subdue the earth. There is no other savior anywhere. He may send help in form of human beings and everything, right? But some of you are just folding your hands and expecting. No. It doesn't work like that. Okay? So moving forward, I used to think that I could just get lucky, maybe especially at the beginning of my business. I used to think, oh, what if I just meet somebody that just takes my business to the next level, and that never happened. When I say that never happened, I mean, I never really, got lucky without doing anything. I never got a teammate and the person became a firebrand without me instilling that knowledge in the person, building the person, teaching the person, creating time for the person, making calls for the person. I did not get lucky. I did not have somebody that just came into my team without me having to do much with them, and they became so successful. Never, ever. Another mindset I used to have that kept me small, I used to think that was thinking far was a problem for me. I didn't used to think so far. I didn't used to think in the next 1 year, in the next 10 years. That was not, I beg, live in the moment. Let's survive today first. Tomorrow will think for itself. I know some of you used to have this mindset as well. I used to have that mindset as well. I used to think that, oh, why am I bothering myself with all these too many plans. In fact, I remember the first day I received my goal training, my training on goal setting. I was like, it was like a new thing for me, goal setting. Like, they now explain what goals are. Long-term goal, short-term goal. My mind, I'm like, all these things are looking so stressful. Please, let's be doing it a day at a time, until everything just made sense to me. It began to make sense to me. That's the problem. That's where a lot of people, because they didn't really think far, they made some really big bucks at the beginning of their life, and then they end up their lives in penury because there was no big goal, there was no big plan. Do you understand? Another one was that I used to think that, oh, what will be. How many of you are like this? You used to think, oh, if I'm meant to be rich, I'll be rich. If I'm meant to be, if I'm meant to marry a rich man, I'll marry. If I'm meant to be married, I'll be married. Some of you lock yourself inside the room. You want to get married though, but you're locking yourself inside the room. Your friends tell you, let's hang out. You don't used to hang out, right? Your friends will say, You after church immediately, you're the first. You will start walking into your car immediately, or into your car. Pia, you've disappeared. But in your mind, you're thinking, oh, if I'm meant to marry, I'll marry. How many of you are like that? What will be, will be. That's your mindset. What will be, will be. Don't worry. What will be, will be. All these things, blah, 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 blah. How many of you? I hope your mindset begins to, you start reprogramming your mindset immediately, because these are the things that kept me small. And I tell you for a fact that you would not emerge if this mindset continue to hold you back. I don't know whatever mindset it is that you currently have that is holding you back, but you need to begin to deal with them. You need to begin to deal with them with immediate effect. But of course, let's bring it down to our business. Let's bring it down to our finances. How do you view financial freedom? How do you view financial freedom? The way that some people see financial freedom is the thing that has kept them small. Is the reason why some people are not financially free. Some people have touched money. They have touched millions, but today they are broke down to nothing because of how they view financial freedom. How do you see financial freedom? How do you see it? How do you see it? What is financial freedom to you? What is your goal, your mindset about financial freedom? So let's handle it one after the other. You find yourself, you see your own category. It will be clear. Look at, there are two different types of people in this meeting right now. Some people are probably hanging in the middle because they are still working on their mindset, trying to get into, the financial freedom mindset. So let's tackle the different mindsets. There are some people in the financial freedom mindset, they understand that money works for them. Money is a tool. Money is a tool. You're the one who is in control of money. Money is not controlling you. Money works for you. You send money to do the work for you. But people who are in the debt cycle, yes, they might have some money right now. They've not started incurring debts here and there. But guess what? It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. The people in the debt cycle are the people who work for money, constantly working for money. These are the people in the debt cycle. These are the people in the debt cycle. The people who are financial freedom minded, they invest money. They see opportunities like our business. They invest money. They invest money. They invest back into their business. They are investment minded. You understand? That is why they are expanding. They are growing. They make money. They don't carry all that money inside their body. They spend part of their money because they understand they are financial freedom minded. They know where they are going to. They understand. They understand. They're just financial freedom minded. But those who are in the debt cycle or debt minded, when I say debt, I don't mean, of course, the spelling of debt. You don't pronounce it as debt. You don't pronounce it, I mean, as debt. You pronounce it as debt, okay? They spend money. They are just spending money. Consumption minded, just spending. Money comes into their hand. Tomorrow will pick up for itself now. Yeah, the money is gone. What happened to my 100,000? That's how they are constantly, that's their problem every time. Salary comes, pew. Salary comes, pew. Salary comes, pew. When there's an emergency, they cannot handle it. They are running from helter to skelter. Is it helter skelter? Jesus, helter skelter. Borrowing money from left to right. As the next salary is coming, they are not, as the next salary is coming, guess what is happening to them? Gone. In fact, they've eaten into their salary for the next 6 months. They're eating from hand to mouth. If there's one big opportunity that comes right now, or maybe there's one land that's going to appreciate in the next 3 years, it's going to appreciate to maybe 10 million, and you just need to buy it at 1 million or 2 million now, they cannot afford it. They will continue to miss such opportunities. You know why? Because they are debt cycle minded. They're in that debt cycle. People who are financial freedom minded, they take 100% responsibility for their life, for their business. They understand that if it's going to be, it's up to them. But those who are in the debt cycle, who are debt minded, they blame others for their problem. My upline did not do this for me. My downlines, my business is not really going well because my downlines are no responsibility. They don't take responsibility. Every other thing is always the problem except them. I don't know how to make calls. Then go learn how to make calls. I don't know how to make calls. I don't know. And my upline has not given me the script. Go get the script. When you registered, you were given the welcome pack. My upline is not calling me. That's why I'm not. Then call your upline. Yes, call your upline. Call your upline. If your upline is not picking, look out for their own upline. Take responsibility for your business. Your business, until you take through ownership. In fact, a lot of people I've spoken to, I've asked them to do something. Most of my leaders I've spoken to, I've asked them to do something. Those of you that have access to Ambassador Ronke Kushimani, my leader, my mentor in the business, go and ask her when I cut out from her. Ask her when I cut out from her. I created my WhatsApp group. First of all, I registered in the business in March. And by May, I had already cut out, for those of you in my Global Stars group, you can check when I created it. By May, I had already cut out from her immediately. I have already cut out from her, raising my team, organizing small training for my team and all that. I can call her, please come and train my people. But I had already started back. I was taking responsibility for my business. When there was an opportunity to get my cubicle space, I took that opportunity. I didn't need anybody to come and do me, aspire to acquire, motivate me. Some of you, your leaders are calling you, disturbing you, do this, do that, do this. You're not doing it. Yet you keep blaming that your upline for being responsible for your downfall. Meanwhile, you're the one who is using your own hand to cook your own downfall in the business. Don't blame anybody. Take responsibility. For those in the financial, those who are financial freedom minded, they have a financial plan. They have a financial plan. Oh, this is my goal for this month. When I get this money, this is what I'm going to save, blah, 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 blah. You know, a certain amount of their money goes into saving. A certain amount of money goes into, they save it for maybe an investment thing. They want to, maybe there's a land they want to acquire, whatever they want to do, whatever. They are saving towards that, okay? They bring out a certain amount of money that they will use and reinvest back into their business. Maybe rent, maybe business activity calls, data and everything. They don't eat all that money. But those who are in the debt cycle, as the money is coming, last month you made 100,000, you ate all that money, and you're expecting the business to, you know, to build itself and give you another 100, 200K, and you do not invest back into it. How does that work? I don't understand how some people think. How does that even work, please? You need to understand that your business is a living and breathing thing. Your business is like you. Your business is like you, where you're feeding it constantly. Do you understand? It needs to brush. You need to take care of it. Yes, you need to take care of your business. You make that money and you ate all that money. Your business will laugh at you the next month. Hey, so you want to make the same 100K or even more next month? How? But those in the debt cycle, they do anything anyhow. Anything goes. 100,000 naira salary like this, they will not use their sense and know that they will manage it. Of course, while still trying to improve their finances. You must do the math for yourself. How many percent will go back into your business? Maybe 30%. How many percent? I'm not going to come and tell you the percentage. No, I'm not going to come and do that. I'm not going to come and say, oh, it must be 20% for savings. It must be 20% for this. It must be, I'm not going to do that. Determine what will work for you. Determine what will work for you. For now, I can tell myself, oh, 50% will go into savings because I make a lot. Do you understand? So you can say to yourself, if your money is not so much, you can say to yourself, 20% will go into savings, 10% will go into your emergency funds, 30% maybe will go back into your business. You can check it. You can check whatever it is that you need to do. Check it. You can say every month I must setting aside 10K. For those of you that have cubicle spaces, every month for Abuja people, rent is about to expire. And when the rent expires, somebody is going to come and tell me, well, boss, I don't have the money. No. You just leave for another person who's serious to take over the space. Because you could have been planning, you could have been saving. What we're teaching you in network marketing in our business, that's why we're not just network marketers. We're not just in this business to just do, oh, we're doing Alliance Emotion Global Business. No, we're enriching you people with so much more. We had a professor at our summit that was telling us that some of the trainings that he received at the summit, these are trainings that are not taught in school. A professor was telling us that. You can imagine. I'm sure he's even in this meeting now. He was the one telling us that when he came for the summit. So we're preparing you. These are things that school did not prepare us for. These are things that we were not prepared for. Some of us just stumbled on life and we began to discover these things ourselves. Some people didn't know the worst part. Some people never really understand these things. They never really understand these principles until one day they wake up and they're 70 and they are broke. They are 70, they are 60, and they are broke. Those in the financial, who are financial freedom minded, what do? Guess what? They learn constantly. They are learning, they are becoming masters of their craft. They are, in fact, they will outlearn you, they will outstudy you. But those who are in the debt cycle, they refuse to learn anything about their finances. They refuse to learn about budgeting. They refuse to learn about saving. They refuse to learn about anything. They don't even know how to amortize. They don't know that you don't wait for your rent. You don't wait for your house rent. No, what you do is that from the beginning of, if you pay this rent, now let's say you pay rent for July, yeah? You pay your rent by July. What do you do? From August, you've already started amortizing. A certain amount of your money is going back. You divide your rent by 12, right? If you divide it by 12 and your current income cannot take care of that rent, so what do? Please, you leave that place. For those of you that it's a job you're doing, no. But good thing about our business is that you may not do it that way in our business, because our business, how it is that if you know what you're doing in this business, your money should be going up, not coming down. Yes, some months it may come down because it's a business. A business, like I said, is a living and breathing thing. So it will go up, sometimes it will come down, right? But at least you start planning early. You start planning early. Because there are no plans around your income, anything goes. That's why emergencies are what is taking your entire money. Emergency comes, your entire money that you made, it will go. But when there's a plan, you need to understand that money is a spirit. It's looking for where to go to. If you don't channel money, right? If you don't tell money where to go to and begin to work for you and do the things it's meant to do, money will say, okay, I can't lie down idle. I must move. And it will move to emergencies. It will move to unforeseen things. It will move to, someone just come borrow money from you. I will never return it. But if there are plans around your money, you can even have a part of your income that is for charity. Somebody asks you for money. If the money they're asking for is above your charity fund, I'm sorry, I don't have the money. Maybe I won't even tell you next month. I won't even tell you. But if you come by next month and it's around, my charity, whatever, can handle it, then fine. But why would you even be looking at? Of course, when I say charity, I mean those of you outside this business. If you're in my business and you're asking me for, I may not even give you. I may not, because this business, I tell people, don't be looking for money outside when this business can give you the money that you want. Another one, for those that are financial freedom minded, they pay themselves first. I pay myself salary. That's what I do. Every month, I have a salary, fixed salary. I pay it into one of my accounts. I have different accounts for different things. I pay myself salary. So if you see me flex sometimes I'll just flex. When the thing is about to dry up, I'll just adjust. Sometimes I'll flex. Towards the end of the month, there's still some money. I'm like, okay, the money is there for the spending. I'll flex more because that money is for it. That's what it's for. But those who are in the debt cycle, they pay others first. Financial freedom minded people, they spend like poor people. But those who are in the debt cycle, they spend like they are rich. You don't have money, you're spending like you're rich. You're competing with people. What will people think? On top of money that you don't have, you must wear the latest hair. You must wear the latest shoe. You must wear on top of money that you don't have. And then those who are financial freedom minded, they make things happen. They are movers and shakers. But those who are in the debt cycle, always whining about their failure, always whining about government. They know obedient, they know articulated, they know stimulated more than anybody. They know what is happening in the economy. They know the news before it happens. They know that there will be war in Afghanistan before the war takes place. They've seen the indices, they've seen everything. They've seen that the world is about to crash. They've seen it all. Those in the debt cycle, what do they know? What do they know? Financial freedom is an assignment. I want everybody to go to the chat session right now and say, financial freedom is an assignment. If you're in the hall, I want you to say it with me. Financial freedom is an assignment. If you don't see it as an assignment, it will continue to elude you. You continue to struggle and wonder why is it that other people are succeeding? Why is it that other people are making money? What's happening? Because it continues to elude you. It continues to elude you. Financial freedom is a point where you no longer have to worry about money. You no longer have to worry about money. You go to the hospital, you see people. What is keeping them 10K? What is keeping them 20K? What is keeping them 100K? Small money here and there. Money that's as in, oh no. Financial freedom is where you no longer have to worry about money. So I'm going to share with you new rules, new mindsets. These are things that are going to guide you properly. In life, I'm not just telling you things that are going to guide you in this business. Things that are going to guide you properly in life. These are mindsets that I'm constantly working on. You know, the thing about life is because we're mingling with people, some things are constantly shaking our beliefs, constantly shaking our mindset, constantly shaking our values. But if you know who you are, if you continue to go back to these rules, these mindsets, trust me, nothing will steal your success that you deserve from you. Number one rule, number one mindset, focus. Focus is follow one course until success. Some of you are not focusing. That is why you're not succeeding. Become so good at what you're doing that when they say your name, it resounds. Right now, wherever Ambassador and I go to, we're seeing people that we know. Yesterday, small hangout that we did yesterday at night, so someone still recognized me. Someone still recognized me. Everywhere we go to, oh, I know you. Oh, Ambassador Didi. Yeah. As in, become so good at what you do that there was one time I hung out with my husband. I did not even make up. I wore a face cap. I wore a short. We went to one place. I can't remember what we went there to do. And someone still walked up to me. Two ladies still walked up to me. Ambassador Didi, I was like, Jesus, like, how, even me, I cannot even recognize myself like this. How do you even recognize me? Become so good at what you do that when they say your name, it resounds. When they say your name, it resounds. You're so good at it. Take your time and master it until you become a millionaire creator. That's what you do because that's who you are. Become so good at it. Master it. The time you're using to whine about what your upline is not doing for you, begin to do it for yourself. Go and learn it. They didn't teach you. Learn it. The materials are there. You know, the thing about network marketing is that there are no secrets. I tell people the truth. There are no secrets. Some leaders may come and tell you 3 secrets. I say that sometimes. But you know the funny thing, you just let there be secret attached to what you're saying so that people will just be pumped up. There's no secret. All the materials are out there. I'm sure some leaders are going to stone me for saying their secrets. There's no secret anywhere. There's no secret. And again, we have leaders that are open. We're going to be echoing this together in between the trainings. When I change my mind, I will change my money. So let's say it together. Those of you who are not in this session, I don't want to say go and type. By the time you finish typing, I'll finish the next slide. So I want everybody to echo it together. For those of you who are of this meeting, I want you to echo it, okay? So 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. The next one, get away from negative vibrations. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. As you're bringing one solution, they're countering it with a problem. They never know nothing is positive. Do you have those friends? I used to have such friends, though. But of course, they are no longer friends, obviously. People that maybe if you wear something, this thing you're wearing, your hair is just scattering at they are not even removing the own log from their own eyes. Everything, there's always a problem. You say, okay, guys, so let's go to blah, blah. Why are we going there? This is so far now. The traffic on that road. Do you people have people like that? Can you, as I've said this thing now, can you think of somebody now? Is there somebody you can think of as I just said this thing right now? Is there a friend, a mother? Yes, sometimes mothers are like that. A father, sometimes fathers are like that. A sibling that is like that. Can you think of? You need to stay away from negative vibrations. For some of you, maybe if you're married to one, you may not say, oh, let me, of course, you cannot stay away from your husband. You cannot stay away from your wife. But you might have to find a way. That's why you must constantly stay in power, in knowledge, reading. You are reading your affirmations and all that. Never be afraid to go alone. The problem is that you want to carry everybody along, and you carry all their opinions of you. You carry, oh, what would they say? You carry all that thoughts. Never be afraid to go alone. Don't ask anyone you would not trade places with for their opinion. No, don't. My mother said I should not do this business. Do you want to really, you want to trade places with your mother? Really? There's some places where my mom can advise me and I don't joke with the advice. I don't joke with it. But you see, when it comes to money, I don't listen to my mom. I don't take advice from my mom. No, I don't take advice from my mom. No, I don't. Because I know that when it comes to finances, I'm doing better. Not in terms of, not even just in terms of income, but in terms of knowledge. So if my mom tells me right now, when I told her about my rent, the first time I paid my rent here, my mom was screaming, how much? 2.something million. A small girl like you. She did not understand. So is it the same how now go and to advise me to get when I got White House? It did not make sense to her. When I got my office in White House, paid another 2.something million for a full wing. It did not make sense to her. I cannot, okay, if I now tell her how much I now spent to put them together, which ran into further millions, more than 4 million for each of my offices, what will she now say? Put inverters in all the offices. What will she now say? Put ACs there. What would she say? She'll have an attack. All right. So don't ask anyone you would not trade places with for their opinion. Be careful. You become connected in consciousness with the people you hang around with. They're either dropping your knowledge, right? Or they're improving on it. Who are you hanging around with? Find a mentor and do what? Attach immediately. Find a mentor who has what you're looking for and attach immediately. So let's repeat this again. 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. Good. Let's go again. So number 3 is this. Number 3 rule, number 3 mindset. Choose higher over comfort. The comfort zone is the greatest enemy of courage and confidence, according to Brian Tracy. Know exactly what you want and align with it. When you align with it, possibilities are there. Opportunities are there. Mentors are around you, supporting you. The universe is in support of what you're doing. Know exactly what you want and align with it. Set your goal. The problem is that you don't really know it, so you're just walking anyhow. Never be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Never, ever. Never be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Never be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Because the comfort zone is the greatest enemy of success. Brutally confront your biggest fears. Write them down. Write them down. And burn it. Tell yourself, I'll no longer associate myself with these negative or fears, with these fears. I'll never associate myself with them again. What is the worst that can happen? Ask yourself that question. What is the worst that can happen? Really? What is the worst? Trust me, I've thought about it several times. When I begin to break my fears, I ask myself, what is the worst that can happen? And if I call that prospect, the person will say no. What is the worst that can happen? Will it kill me? Will I die? Have I lost anything? I never even had the prospect in the first place. So what exactly would happen? What is the worst that can happen? Most times you find out that nothing. You were killing yourself over nothing. So let's echo this again. 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. Number 4, Abby. I think it's number 4, yeah. Get into a millionaire's routine. You want to become a millionaire. What is the routine of a millionaire? You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. I think I need to be doing this training every month though, because we need to keep recalibrating. We need to keep putting our mindset right. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. What is your daily routine like? What is it like? You want to be as successful as Mark Zuckerberg. What is his routine like? Are you following? You want to be like Ambassador Ronke Koshimani. You want to be like Boss Mike, Ambassador Michael Okodi, Dr. Michael Okodi. You want to be like him. What is his routine like? Are you following his routine? Meditate daily. Use the opportunity to call to mind the things you want. Some of you are stressing about things you don't want. You keep attracting the things you don't want. Meditate daily. What is that thing you want? Please, meditation is not prayer. It's not the same thing. I'm not saying you should take away, so you must pray and you must still meditate. The next one is when you were born, you knew nothing. You knew nothing. So you are made by your daily choices. The person you see in the mirror today is the choices you've been making. You're the one who was creating that person. You did not know anything when you were born. So all the choices you've been making daily is what created the person you're seeing today in the mirror. You must add to your routine, daily gratitude. You must be grateful for the things that you have. But the problem is that people now become so great. I'm not saying you should not be of course, be 100% grateful, right? But people now in gratitude become complacent, settle. They begin to settle. So be grateful for what you have. Enjoy what you have while you're still working for more. Do you understand? While you're reaching out for more. Work out, eat healthy. What is your routine like? The successful people you want to be like, what is their routine like? Align immediately. Commit to your daily business activities. You want to be like Ambassador Michael Okoli. What is his daily activity? What is his business like? You need to know that if your business activities are not done daily, you are compounding failure. The reverse is the case. That's why sometimes you notice you go off the business 1 week. By the time you come back again, it's as if you're starting your business from the start. Why do you keep building your business that way? Such a stressful way to build this business. That's why I tell you, if you're not ready for the business, tell your leader, for now, I'm not ready. And then go and stop it. Stop it if you're not ready to be consistent. I really don't care for how many hours you're giving this business. Even if you tell yourself, I'll just give this business 2 hours, and you commit to those 2 hours, for of course, full-timers, if you're doing less than 6 to 8 hours, quit the business. Stop deceiving, go and get a job. Stop deceiving your family and your life. Because stop deceiving yourself that you're doing the business full-time. Commit to your daily business activities, and you must do it daily. If you're not doing it daily, you're compounding failure. That's what you're doing. So let's echo this together. 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. Awesome. This brings me to the next one. That's number 5, okay? Have a mission statement. Outstanding people have one thing in common. They have an absolute sense of mission. What is your mission statement, and what does it say about you? For example, what my mission statement is that I show people how to improve the quality of their lifestyle. And what I'm using is the connected economy. So what is your own mission statement? When you have a mission statement, everything you do aligns with it. This forms the basis of your daily commitments. You wake up in the morning. Today, we wake up today in the morning. Let's say you woke up in the morning and you were not feeling like it, but you remember, oh my God, I have cell meeting and I have people to help them improve the quality of their lifestyle. I have people that are depending on me to improve the quality of their lifestyle, and I must be there. That's my mission statement. That is my mission statement. So what do you do? It forms the basis of your commitments. What is your mission statement? Begin to develop yours. Begin to develop yours. Write it down. And then ask yourself every day, am I true to my mission statement? Am I true to it? Those of you that came for the summit, I know you wrote it down, and I hope you're true to your daily commitments. So let's echo together again. 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. Fantastic. The next one is what? Love yourself. When you love yourself, you attract better. You let the universe know that you deserve the best by treating yourself well. Everything starts with how you feel about yourself. Feel worthy, feel valuable, feel special, feel deserving of receiving the best, because it will happen for you. You can't take care of a business if you cannot take care of yourself. That is why some of your businesses are not doing well. It shows how people's businesses are doing, sometimes shows me who they are. You can't take care of a business if you cannot first take care of yourself. You must love yourself by treating yourself with grace. You must love yourself. The love you're looking for outside is within. Stop looking for love outside. It's within you. You must love yourself by staying true to your commitments. Most people hate themselves when they are behind on their bills and commitments. I've realized that if you ask a lot of people, why they are so disgruntled, if you check very well, it's because they are so behind on their bills, on their commitments. The things they told themselves were going to do, the things they told themselves were going to achieve, they're so behind on them. And then they begin to hate themselves. If you love yourself, you stay true to your commitments. You tell yourself you make 30 calls in a day and you stay true to it. 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. Awesome. And then the next one is what? Change your story. You need to understand that you've always had the power. You just had to learn it yourself, but you've always had the power. You have always had the power. You have always had the power. You've always had the power. Whatever it is that some of you were born to, you know, to parents who were so abusive, maybe not abusive with you know, physical, they were not physically abusive, but with words. Do you know that sometimes there are some times when it's better for someone to hit you than to say some things that will live with you. If someone hits you, right? I'm not supporting hitting or beating. No, I'm not supporting that. But I'm just saying that it's better for me. There are times that I would have preferred if my mother had flogged me than said some things to me. And some of you carried on some of these things that, you know, they were said to you. Some of you, they told you, well, you're not going to be up to no good. You're not worthy. You're a useless child. You're not going to make us proud. You're very blah, blah, blah. Some of you carried that story, that nature into your life. It even started to show up in the way that you interact with people because you were told you're up to no good. When you interact with people, you're bending your head, you're lowering your head when you're talking to people. You feel like you're telling, you mistakenly hit something. Oh, you can just say, of course, you can just say, oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. And you move on with your life. Some of you start saying, sorry now. I did not mean to do. Because of how you become so apologetic about life, about your being. You're apologizing for being alive. You're apologizing for existing. Your existence, you're just apologizing for everything. You need to begin to change your story. You need to begin to change your story. Please, I beg of you. It's time to get it together. These are the things that are holding you back. Stop telling yourself the thing you don't want to show up in your life. You're worthy. Yes, you are worthy. The same God that created the person that told you all those things, the same God that created you. You are limitless. You are limitless. There is no limit to what you can achieve. The part of the thing I reminded them about, I may not be able to spend so much time explaining this, but the most exciting part of the Bible for me, the most overwhelming every time I remember it, is a part in the Bible about, you know, how the part that reminded me or reminds me of how scared God is about the mind of our own minds, because we've taken his nature. For God to be so scared when they were building the tower, for him to be so scared, people he created himself, for him to be so scared. And these people, guess what? There was nothing stopping them all. You see that heaven, they were going to get to heaven. Do you know what it means to even get to space? Do you know how do you know how to get to space? Do you know the layers upon layers you pass through? And God had to stop them. You are limitless. Your mind is amazing to God. Like the mind he has created to give to you is amazing to him. He has given you his true nature. There's nothing stopping you. Nothing at all stopping you. So guys, let's echo this finally. 1, 2, 3, go. When I change my mind, I will change my money. I hope we learned something today. I hope we learned something today. I hope we learned something today. That is why you're speaking to prospect. You have a high-end prospect. You cannot, with confidence, go to that prospect and speak to that prospect. Why can't you speak to the prospect? Why can't you speak to the prospect? Why can't you begin to take your business to the next level? Why can't you share that questionnaire? What is stopping you? Absolutely nothing. You have been the one holding you back since. Begin to change your story. Begin to change your story. Hey, you were raped as a child. Please, that is not your story anymore. The person who did it, they will die with it. But guess what? You're going to shine. You're going to rise above it because that's who you are. You are limitless. Nothing is stopping you. Don't carry that story anymore. Kill that story. It is not who you are. Kill that story. It is not who you are. You were abused as a child, molested, whatever. It is not your story. You are currently undergoing that right now. Please get out of it because that's not your story. And I don't want to hear that. If this did not impact you, please pick up books, go and read books, go and do more to yourself. What I've done today is just awaken the giant in you. And please, you need to keep that giant alive. You need to feed that giant. Get books, read books. One of the books I'm going to recommend in our business is Dare to Dream. Another one that helped me early on in my life, it was my mom that bought the book for me. no, that was the first book I ever bought with my money. Sorry, that was the first book I ever bought with my money. This book by Steve Shanley, I've mentioned it to some of you before. Reinventing Yourself. It was the book that opened up my eyes to the fact that I can be anybody I choose to be, right? Same way when if I'm with an adult right now, see the way I'm talking to you people now. But guess what? If Miracle comes with her baby right now, my entire mood will change. I'll start saying cuckoo,